All right, everybody. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. I'm Ben. Thank you for being here. Happy Thursday. Appreciate you joining me today. We're going to do some studio designing today. So thanks for coming along and joining me on the journey that is forever making microfighters. Good evening, Missy. Thank you for being here, as always. I wanted to share a little something before we got going. Hello, Bev. Thank you for being here. So there's a person in our lug who has a Lego printing company. I want to say side hustle, but he does a lot of work with it. So it's not really a side hustle, but he prints all kinds of stuff. I'm going to throw the link in the chat here, and he gave me something. The truck that I worked on, the commission piece, he had printed on that for this client. So I did the design and got all the parts, and then he printed their logo on the sides of the truck, and it turned out really good. So I'm going to make a video about time-lapse putting it together for them. So that'll go up on YouTube and TikTok and whatever else. While I was dropping off the parts, Josh, he was testing some other stuff, so he thought he'd test out some minifigure printing, and he printed the me face on a couple minifigs with the logo on the shirt. Hello, Greg. There's another one. I might switch them up to be different. This camera's just not focusing really. Different pants, because this guy looks like he's going just with a shirt and no pants. And my normal sig fig is that guy, which is fairly similar. Focus in on that. Are you going to do it? No? All right, cool. Thanks for playing along. That head is hard to find. But there we go. Not impossible. It's got a beard and glasses. That top with the alien shirt is kind of hard to find. So, I like having this shirt on there. So I may swap those out. Little blister pack to go with it. So if you're in the market for, some printed minifigs, put the link in the chat there. Make sure to get that, check that out. So, yeah, it's pretty great. So I was really happy about that. It was kind of neat. But now when I finally get, when I'm able to get my Horizon, advent calendar done, I'm going to go to him and see about getting at least one set printed, maybe about 5 each. And then I'll have the set's all on Rebrickable, and people can buy the parts, and then I'll have the minifigs if they want. I'll have a limited run of those. I'll figure out how much to pay for, let's say, limited run of 20, and then like the first 20 can get the figures with it or something like that. I haven't figured that out, but anyway. So today we're going to do some more Microfighter designings until I get some of these done. I put a poll up on the channel, and this is what people wanted, so this is what we're going to work on today. My day has been okay. I got my COVID booster at about 9 o'clock this morning, and this shoulder is really sore. Like I can't lift my arm up much higher than this. I've iced it all day. I'm waiting for the inevitable feeling like crap part of it. So I took tomorrow off. I have lots of sick time, so I'm just like, I'll figure it out. But other than that, quiet day at work. Not a lot going on. Hearing just horrible, sad news out of like Florida, where they're like, yeah, we're no longer doing polio vaccines. And I'm just like, oh God. All right, well, RFK is killing everybody. So that's where we're at. Other than being sad about the state of affairs in the country, and a little sad that we haven't got our lug bulk shipment yet, and everything's shut down in terms of, what is this extra? Oh, in terms of not getting pick a brick wall parts from the Lego store. It's kind of, kind of sucks, but there you go. The Death Star was officially released today, or officially not released, but news was released of it. Official images were released of it. And the problem is it's been going around a while, so people are already here to take it down a notch. And nobody's really happy about it. So it's kind of funny. And then there's like talk of, Pokemon coming out. They got that license. And I just think that we're getting to the point where I feel like Lego is not really reading the room a little bit. I feel like it's getting to the point where they're getting a little out of touch, especially the $1,000 set. I feel like that's a little like, what are we actually doing here? The Black Pearl looks cool. The thing I like about the Black Pearl is this, according to the design, this is the first time that they've created a boat that has both the full keel, I guess, the bottom of the hull, as well as you can remove a section and have it lay flat so it looks like it's on water. That's a really cool function. I think that's pretty cool. I won't get it. Like, I'm not a ship guy, so, but it looks pretty, if it's worth it, if it's not, like, it's hard to say. I've been fighting with people online about the RFLMs and the people who do the, doesn't matter what I do, I'm always going to have that gap there. The little recoil on the cannons, that's pretty cool. You can't win with the people who don't like fan media people, influencers, Lego influencers. They either are mad at them for saying that cost is not a problem, like it's worth the money to get something like $1,000 set, or if they don't bring up the cost, then they're biased because they can get the set for free. So it's either, I don't like this because you're getting the set for free, or I don't like you not saying that it's not worth it because you're getting the set for free. So there's no winning. And I argued with like 3 or 4 people. I was trying to be like, I've got a friend who's a fan media person, and he really tries very hard to not bring the cost into it, because the cost, he's trying to illustrate, this is what the playability of a model is. This is what I like about it. This is what I don't like about it. He will say, I think it's too expensive. I don't think it's too expensive. But at the end of the day, he does get the set for free, right? And everyone was just like, they weren't having it. So I'm just like, okay, I can't argue with the internet. Okay, Greg, LAN. I'm LAN. I'm a LAN person. I'm not a freeloader. That distinction is really sticks in my craw. The lugs are different. The LAN is just where the lugs, the online communities like Brick Fanatics, even New Elementary, all those people, that's where we go to talk to Lego, the Lego Ambassadors Network. An RFLM fan media, like Justin, Brady Joyner Bricks, is fan media. I am a lug ambassador, a user group ambassador. Our friend Will is an AFOL networking ambassador. They deal with the conventions. They set up the conventions. I don't personally know anyone who has an online community. But let's say Flynn and Richard from Tricky Bricks. That's an online community. They run an online community. Or Brick Fanatics or something like that. So all those people who run those groups meet on the LAN to discuss things, right? When embargoes are, when the meetings are, new projects coming out, new challenges, news that Lego has for us that we disseminate to our groups. So when people say the land's a bunch of freeloaders, it's like, no, that's not right. So I wouldn't call them freeloaders. They have to have a pretty sizable channel, so they do work hard, and that's all they do. Some people, that's what they do, is they have a YouTube channel, and that's what pays their bills. So they're not freeloading. They're just leveraging their online content to now advertise for Lego. Yes, they get Lego for free, but they have to do something with it. They have to build it, and they have to talk about it. And if they don't, if they fall behind on a schedule, then they're gone. They can't do it anymore. So there are times when people, the fan media will go out and buy their own sets if they're not on the schedule to get their stuff. And fan media accounts don't last very long. They last probably 3 or 4 years before they get really burnt out or get disillusioned and go do something else, like Jang, like MNR, a handful of others that are like, we're not on the LAN anymore for whatever reasons. But it's not all LAN people. It's not all fan media people. I haven't been to Denmark. I'd love to go to Denmark. There's a lot going on right now with Scareback, AFOL days, stuff like that. It's one of those places that I'd love to go, but the only thing to do in Billund is basically Lego. And up until recently, trying to talk Beth into going was really a challenge because she wasn't into Lego like I was. So it would be like, all right, well, where do you want to go on vacation? Would you like to go to the Bahamas, or would you like to go to, lovely Denmark? And not even Copenhagen, but the middle of nowhere bill into Denmark. So it's been a challenge. But now she's like, maybe we should go to that. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'd love to go. See where see, now I'm back to where I was before. See where the sausage is made, as it were. This math is killing me. I want it to work, and I can't get it to work. Maybe I just leave it like that. Oh, that's a little better. Doesn't quite line up, but at least the gap is smaller. Does this have a... Yeah, it's got a thing on it. I couldn't make hens meet. Oh my God. Did y'all hear about, speaking of animals, the scientific... they had a breakthrough with gene sequencing with combining crab DNA, which is... Crab DNA is always like the end of most evolutionary tracks, right? So everything evolves to crabs. There's different lines of animals, and for whatever reason, they all kind of end up as like a crab shape kind of thing. So they've got that, and they've combined it with a cheetah DNA, and I'm really worried because that could go sideways really fast. So there you go. Baby alligators, you're in that neck of the woods that does baby alligators. I saw when I was dating this girl from Louisiana, we would drive back and forth, and there was always gators and stuff. And we went to a place one time that was baby gators. They were sexing them, which, you know, they were finding the boys and the girls, and they were cleaning off the whatever the parts were. It's not a cloaca on a lizard; it's something else. But and then they'd split them up, and then they'd do whatever, right? But they make this weird, really weird sort of whoop sound, and you get a bunch of them together. It sounds like little Star Wars lasers. It's pretty funny. I don't like that it's not lined up. This piece is great, but I almost don't want to use it and just have a red brick behind it, because I don't know how else to make this work. I'm limited math at this size. So other than the Death Star, did you all see like there's been a bunch of Halloween sets coming out. September 1st is here, so a lot of stuff was released. I didn't get anything. I think Beth got some Wicked brick heads, but that's it. I might go try to find a advent calendar because they were sold out online. 11 p.m. August 31st rolled around, and I don't know where I was. I don't remember, but I wasn't ordering anything. So, let's put... I'm going to come back to this because it's frustrating me, and I don't want to look at it anymore. Yeah, I want the Enterprise D reveal to show up too. No idea what the back of the van looks like. Oh, there's the back of the van. It's got 2 windows and a bumper. So it looks like oh, you know what pieces are pretty cool? I don't want any prints. Maybe it's a modified plate. It's a 2x3 with a thing taken out of it. There it is. Just an excuse to get these plates. They come in black. It does. Cool. Because then I can make a bumper back here. Doesn't run into anything. Cool. There's a little silver bumper back there. What does the front bumper look like? Where was that one picture? Not that one. That one? Oh, we already have the front bumper. We got that guy. So in the back here, we've got a little... We'll do a slope. The C plate. And then a tile. And this may be one of those things where I come back and just do like a 1x4 tile as the bumper in case that's too big. Could do... So this is going to be the top right about here. So I can do... These are actually technically doors, but I don't think it really matters. Another one of these guys up here, maybe? I think that's too tall. See, and this also doesn't have to be there. That can be the, well, no, it has to go all the way to the back. So there has to be a little fender here. So it has to be about that big. Yeah, this shot, oh my goodness. And I've put ice on it all day today. I want to take ibuprofen, but I don't know if that's going to help it or not. I don't want to also hurt whatever process it's going through. So here's a question we got asked on Reddit. What's a movie you've watched that was so disturbing that you'll never watch again? I think I have an idea of what Beth might say. I said Hereditary, just because it's a freaky movie. But also, I think she might say Requiem for a Dream, just because that it's a kind of a awful movie. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do well, it's a movie you should see once and then never see again, from what I've heard. I'm gonna do Windows, and I don't want these to be clear. I want them to be trans brown. Now that they're not trans black, trans brown. Okay. Okay, truth be told, if you got this and the stripe was a little crooked like that, would that bother you as a model builder for something pretty small? Together? I don't think I haven't seen that one yet. That's the Allison Brie, what's his name? Dave. Brother of Frank. Yeah, can't remember. That looks good. We still want to see that. All right, so let's put a Franco, thank you. Brick. Here. And then let's do the side of this. Can this guy be red? No. Can this guy be... It's right in the middle, so I can't really do that. Alright, so that's the window. That'll be gray? Yeah. It'll be dark gray. This actually will probably be built across. Like, I don't think that needs to be that. You can do a brick, full on brick. That's black, right? These can be brown pieces. These are, okay, that's good. Yeah, I'm not sure. Is there any here's the question. We want to go see with our friends. We got a friend who's not good with eye trauma or eye horror stuff. So like I did, we're watching the Alien show, not like together, but like we're both watching it. And I was like, what do you think about the new Alien show where like that eye with the tentacles on it is like the hero of the show? Not hero, but he's like stealing the show. I changed my vote. All right. I'll do the machine on Sunday. I'll do the I'm not feeling great, and I don't think I could focus on building right now. So the what am I trying to say? The simple act of doing studio stuff is where I need to be right now. So, but yes, I do need to do the arcade. I think it'll be fun. It looks fun. Plate 4. Hi, Dusty. How are you? I hope you're doing well. All right, so this is going to be a modified plate. And just so everybody knows, if I get, honestly, if I get through up tonight and I'm like, I don't know that I could hang anymore with this tonight, I may bow out a little early. Just because I know that it's going to sneak up on me and I'm not going to feel well. Put a chair in here. Always with the red chair, the brown and red chair. It has split frame of an eye in it. What has a split frame of an eye in it? The together? That can be a 2x4 plate. Ah, cool, yeah. He's okay as long as he kind of knows what it's coming up, but like whatever is it Shin Andalou or whatever, with like the old like 20s movie or whatever, they had like the razor going across the eye, and this was like pre-special effects, so it was like they had like a double exposure of the lady doing this, and then it was like a grape that they cut, but they kind of like had double exposure, so it looked like it was being cut. So that was interesting. But stuff like that, he can't do that. Okay. Okay, so this is here. And then we've got this guy here. So what's up, Dusty? What's up, Greg? Doing anything fun? What were we watching the other day? We were watching Fear Street, which is I think it's the R.L. Stine, like slightly older than Goosebumps. So he did like Goosebumps and then Fear Street. And we watched I didn't realize this, but apparently we watched like the first 4 or 3, and this was the 4th one. And it's all like throwback 80s feel to it, and it's basically slasher horror movies, right? Everybody gets brutally murdered. But there was we didn't know kind of what was going to happen in it, and so there was a scene where there was some eye trauma, and our friend Dan is like, dang it, I didn't know about this, you know. But it was kind of basic, like they got stabbed with a crown through a mask into their eye, so it was kind of like, it wasn't really brutal or anything, it was just like, you know. So, all right, I think I want to make this a trans black. Oh, I can't do that. Do one more of those. Okay, so that'll be the window. I wonder, maybe make this a little lower. I'm going to do the other tile, the other side. Yeah, what I really feel like I need is some sleep. Oh, I can't. Dang it. I was going to say this would work. This is 80, 90, 135. That's nowhere near. Work and got some KFC. Cool. Yeah, I just ordered Taco Deli for dinner. Got me a watermelon fresca or whatever. No, that doesn't work either. Let's see, is there a spoiler? Go ahead and see if there's a spoiler that I can use. Spoiler. These are all massive, so probably not. Oh, that's pretty good. Can this be red? Yes. Yeah, Conjuring 4. We want to get... We're probably not going to go this weekend because I think it opens this weekend if it's not already open. So we'll probably go next weekend, but we're going to try to see it with a group. And then we still need to see Nun 2. And I'm none too happy about doing that. Let's see. These, and then a slope. Dark gray, and those are that. So that'll be the windshield. Actually, let's do that in gray. Do this in that. And then we can You're going on Monday? Cool, cool, cool. So other than the Death Star, what things are you... I guess that's it, really. We had the September 1st releases, and there's really not a whole lot of else going on. So I guess we're all kind of stuck with that. 222, that's not what I want. I want, what's 270? Minus 45 is 225. 225. I think I'm going to be okay with it being just a little bit off, just like that. That's going to have to be it. This is too big. I think I'm just going to do a tile back here. Oh, the chocolate factory looks so fun. I cannot wait. Okay, so this guy's going to go here, and he's going to be red. And then this tile is going to go back here, and he's going to be red. And then this is going to be a tile. It's going to be a brick. Color these, so a lot of these internal things, it's like I'm just coloring it these colors because it doesn't matter what colors they are. They're not going to be seen, hopefully. These can be 2 plates. And then I want a 3 tile, or do I want a tile there? Yeah. And then I want a 2 tile back here. Although I want this to be filled in. Oh, I will see it from back there. Let's make it black. And then a plate. So we might be done with this here in a second. Then I can move on to something else. Is it going to be a building thing? Don't know. That one's going to have to be this color. Oh, dang it, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look right. Too much of a perfectionist. All right. So then got those, got that, that. Copy mirror. Missing. And this is because I can ooch it forward slightly. Oop, oop, oop. And then I'm missing that, and that, and that, and that. And that. And this is that color. Cool. Van, done. I want Lego Blazing Saddles now. Just because now we're going to have a Gene Wilder figure. Oh, I got to finish the back here. Let's do a tile. And let's do slopes. I don't know how I got into helmets, but... Yay! A-Team van. How many parts is this? 97 minus the figure. Sweet. All right. Just push through. Just get it done. It's not perfect, but it's the way it is. All right, let's do a color check. Oh, that scared me. That was almost not working. What is the submodel? Oh, that's the figure. Looks like everything's good. Cool. Save. Lego Blazing Saddles would be weird because it's mostly... I would just like a scene in the jail with Gene Wilder and I don't even remember the actor's name, the sheriff. That's all I'd care about because then you could do all the memes from there. Oh my god. So much pain. Okay. Did I render? I had another Trailblazer. I did something recently. Oh, this one. Did I render this one? I don't think I did. Okay. And then we'll render the A-Team, and then we'll be done with the Microfighter stuff. My poor oldest child has a pinched nerve, and they're asking the family, what can I do about a pinched nerve? I put everything on it. And we're like, I don't know. Epsom salts, hot bath, heating pad, ice pack. He needs something. They don't have... The A-Team was known for their weapons because they were... They call them Soldiers of Fortune, but I think they got kicked out of the Green Berets, which are Marines, right? Let's just look up the A-Team. U.S. Army Special Forces Commandos. Okay. So B.A. Baracus. The funny thing about the A-Team, if you're someone who's never seen it or too young to have had it shown when you were a kid, they had a lot of weaponry, but no one ever got shot. I think there's only like 2 episodes where somebody got shot and killed. But they were also like genius engineers and skilled tacticians and stuff. But I'm trying to think of what, like a wrench. Like what would he have in his hand? What does the toy have? Yeah, it's got like a toolbox and a M16, and I don't know what that is. So I don't know. Doesn't necessarily need anything. Let's render. A-Team van. So what else is news in LEGO World? Death Star was like a big thing, man. Pokemon's another big thing. I think the rumor is, and I can't really talk about it, but it's supposed to be like maybe a 6,000 piece set. Like it's a pretty expensive set, whatever it is. And I'm like, what are you making Pokemon-wise that's that big? And so I think the idea is it's going to be a big Pikachu. A life-size Pikachu. So... what's next on the list? Oh, I wanted to do something real quick. So this is gonna suck. Somebody asked for the instructions for the Trailblazer. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start doing the instructions on this. Unless you guys want a new thing to be built, like we could start working on I guess we could start working on the Batmobile. Let's do that. I'll do this at another time. So Batmobile Classic. It's going to be this Bruce Wayne and classic Batmobile. Johnny had mentioned on Discord that we could start calling, because they're all cars now and they're not Star Wars, we'd call them micro machines. Kind of like the late 80s, early 90s, mid 90s. I forget when micro machines were really big. But the little bitty cars and little bitty Star Wars stuff. And I mean, they had all kinds. They had Star Trek. They had like all the IPs for some reason. They were able to make all these great little figures. So I thought we could call them macro machines. I thought that'd be kind of fun. So this car is black with red striping. This is going to be hard because the red striping is going to be at this size. It's going to be difficult. I'm really only going to be able to do one passenger. These are all toys. Is that a real car? Oh, dang it. I can't tell if that's real or a kit. I think that's a kit. I also want to make sure to be able to get there's little rockets in the back there. Ah. Yeah, the red striping is going to be hard. So I'm going to try to... And there's no way to get that bat symbol on there. That's a toy. This looks pretty good. It's hard to see it though. That's pretty good. This is weird. Okay. It's got a distinctive 2-seater, so I'm wondering if I can cram... Or I'll just put him farther back. But it's also got this weird thing up top here. Whatever that is. It's got like a bar in the middle where he'd normally be seated. And then in the back, it's got these pipes. So like, where do you put it? Where do you put the pilot? Because that's distinctive. I'd like to make that out of Lego. But I think at this size, it's going to be kind of hard. So it doesn't have huge fenders. I like how I just saved the A-Team van and it's like here. I kind of want to maybe use one of these other frames as a starting point. Let's use this frame as a starting point. And we'll just whittle it down. Because that way I don't have to rebuild like the tires and everything. It just takes time to get that all right. Yeah, well, start buying Lumi bricks. Start buying, what is the other one, like Fiery or Efiri or something like that with an F in it. That will definitely get them to stop making dumb sets. Okay, let's see. Keeping that. Don't do that. This is very flat, so I'm not going to need these guys up here. Don't need these. Don't need this. Or, whoops. Do need that. And I could leave some of this back here. Boy, black is really hard to see. So the first thing I'm going to do is that 4? I'm going to do a 4x plate. Oh, I just need to go to bed. I'm so tired. Then we're going to double that up and we're going to make this red for a stripe. And then we're going to do, this is just spitballing here. To get the stripe in there. Okay, and then the front is going to have to be, it's an old car, so these can kind of be off. It sucks being on the defending side of Lego too, because I want, you know, I always think that everybody should play with Lego because it's all. I got a video from a friend. He and his daughter, mostly her, put together the International Space Station together. And she's in kindergarten. She's 5. And just, they were both so proud of the fact that she got it built. And now they're starting on the Saturn V. And he sent me the video for it. And I was like, that's amazing, man. And to kind of have that be not a great experience for everybody, because all everybody talks about is how expensive everything is. Like, I get it. It's expensive. It's frustrating to also be like, but it's so good. It's Lego. How can you hate Lego? So I think they're going to find out pretty soon. This is going to be really hard, because it's this I almost maybe want to make that red and then do what are those slopes called? These guys. It's not exact, but we'll go with it for now. It almost looks too... we'll see. And cover that all up with a black. And he's going to sit... I'm going to take his cape away, because you can't fold these capes in the software. I wish they do now, where they make capes that are like pre-folded. Like, that would be a good... Look at that. That would be good. So now I can make him save. But he's going to have to sit, so I have to move this. When you have a figure with a cape and it has to fit into a little space, you can kind of, crinkle up the cape a little bit. But I do. In fact, the reason I wanted to do the Trailblazer was because somebody posted on they sent me a message on Rebrickable saying, do you have this? Do you have the instructions for this? I'm like, the problem I run into is I get these done and then I forget about them. Like, I'm out of the habit of like coming back the next day when I'm not streaming and doing the instructions and doing all the work, getting a render, making the PDF really nice. Mostly because now I have to watermark everything. And I've kind of forgotten how to do the watermarking thing. So I think as long as I have a PDF, I can just find a website that watermarks it for you. Because otherwise it'll get stolen, and a lot of my stuff gets stolen lately. So it's frustrating. But yeah, so I'll go through the process of, you have to set everything up in steps. You have to make sure all the instructions are right. And then I like to put a nice splash page up at the front, put the parts list at the end with whatever suggested figure. And then I have a ton up here already. That's work. And then go up and upload it here. And the upload's pretty good because all you need to do is have a saved IO file and a saved PDF, and it'll do the rest. Ow. Sorry. I get aches in my ears and it starts hurting. That's not a good sign either. It means I'm going to start getting feverish. So like, here's probably, like, I've started doing a couple of this is since I've started doing the watermarking. I have to go back and watermark all these guys. But like, I also would like to get, some of these are built, and I'd like to replace these photos with the photos of, or the renders with the photos. So They're free. I used to charge $1 for them for the instructions, but I changed it. They're free. Have a little, a year ago. Nice. I should have replied. I did. Something I just found. I feel so bad. So I don't check that site very often, and I don't get a lot of messages from it either. It's mostly like I have it send me an email if I get a message, but there's also other stuff on there that's like, so-and-so has a new model up. And I'm like, okay, cool. I generally don't go look at them right away. I kind of save up and go look for a bunch of them or look at a bunch of them. But I need to drink some water. And I'm going to put my water over here because I don't want to keep reaching for it with my bad arm. Anyway, so I'm going through, and there was a warning recently that was like, messages over 6 months old are going to be truncated. Just a heads up. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. I don't get a ton of them. So I was going through and I was deleting all the stuff that's like, so-and-so updated their workbench. So-and-so posted a new picture of a new mock. And I follow a lot of people, so it's like a lot of stuff. I rarely get comments and I rarely get direct messages, so it's not a big deal. But then I noticed there was this one that was for the RQ4 drone that I'd made a long time ago, and people still buy it. And they'd sent me a message saying they serve in the Air Force, and their commanding officer got this for them, and they really like it. But they were like, but I've run into some issues with the parts, with the landing gear. We can't find the landing gear, and I'm like, can't find it. They're like, can you help me out and look up the part? I'm like, well, it's each landing gear's like 11 parts. Which part are you talking about? So I wrote back. I'm like, hey, sorry for, and I looked at it, said July, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a little behind on my messages. It says July. And I wrote back, and I was like, I think it's the paddle that you're talking about, because that's a rare part, blah, blah, blah. So I was going through some other messages, and then I noticed that it was from July of last year. Like, oh my God, I'm such a bad, bad whatever. I just felt so bad. I'm like, they're never going to get this. They're not even at that post anymore. They've moved, I'm going to see if there's a red bat. Oh, look at this, yo. I bet that comes in black. Oh, dang it. Oh, man. Well, that's going to be for use later. That'll be his batarang. I'll hold on to that. Put it over here with his cape. This would have been great. I could have put it on the side. But that was the only red Batman thing that I saw. Unless that can be in red. It cannot. Okay. Well, it was worth a shot. That can be black, probably. No, it can't. What color is that? What? Oh, this is off. Okay. I was like, shut up. Light bluish gray. That's dumb. What about that one? Black. That's definitely Tim Burton. This is flat cylinder. Maybe. I'm looking at this door frame. It's got this bat symbol right here. I don't know what. No. I think these are all going to either be gray or yellow or black. So yeah, whatever. But yes, ideally I'd like to get them all in Rebrickable, but I very much lose track of what I've done in terms of design, build, get the parts for, make instructions for. So if you care to join me in my land of infinite ADHD, This is my attempt to try to keep track of everything. So this is just a list of everything that I've designed, right? And this hasn't been updated in 2-3 years. So it's missing a lot of stuff. And I started changing the fact that I don't call things the. So all these should go away. These, the Redshift, the Orville, the Liberator, they should just be whatever they're called. So I may go back and change that Ghost, Liberator, Orville. But I've got, it's an official set, right? So this is a T16 Skyhopper official set. Or it's a mock. Like, let's see, I just finished this one. And it's not done yet. TIE Avenger. So it's not official. It's a mock. To do, it's not to do, it's done. Did I build it already? No, I haven't built it yet. Oh wait, yeah I did. No, I didn't. So then it's got all these other stuff. Like, have I made a fun stand for it? Does it need to be reworked? Like the V19 needed to be reworked. Have I made instructions for it yet? Have I put a watermark on those instructions? Do I have a good photo of it in the photo box? Is it an official minifigure that I need for it, or is it a custom minifig? And then any notes. So this is how ideally I want to keep track of everything that I've done, but it's just... So anytime I'm working on this, I should spend the evening then when I finish one, putting an entry in, right? My brain doesn't work like that. It tries, but it doesn't. So, all right. So now I think I want to do, it's got a little blister right here, but I don't know. And it's got a little figure right here, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. And then it's got fins, and I think slope tail. I think they're called tails when they've got, nope. Like that's too big. A lot of these are too big. There's these slopes that have like a fin on it or something. Just like a modified slope. That's a different way to spreadsheet. Official set mock should be one column with conditional formatting. Yeah, probably. I mean, because I have a couple that I've done, like the Razor Crest. I did a Razor Crest, and then they officially came out with a Razor Crest. I did a... What was another one? The Naboo Starfighter, and then they came out with a Naboo Starfighter. I did a Naboo Starfighter N1, Din Djarin's N1, because I already had it, and then they came out with one. So you can have one or the other. I think it's because I can then just sort, and I put all the official ones at the bottom. But it's always just like, okay, have I got all the official ones? You know, like I haven't added the new Y-Wing. I haven't added the, there was another one that came out kind of recently. I don't think it's on there. Like I said, that thing hasn't been updated in a while. Now I'm just going off vibes for the whole thing. Like whatever I feel like doing, and if it's been done already, great. It's not. 1x2 wedge. There's these, what are they called? 1x2 slope, but it's got like a fin on it. This guy. Can I do that for the tail things back here? The thing is, they're striped. I don't know how I'm going to do that. And this needs to go farther back. So let's do, oh, and it's got a little jet engine on the back too. I could have left that one from the 89 jet engine. Let's do a modified brick, because I don't have a lot of these modified bricks yet. What's the difference? These are both new. Oh, do they have, okay. I think these are the newer ones. Come in black. So there's that. Actually, we're gonna do this. Because then I'm gonna do a plate. And Beth is home. Gonna do a jumper. And, oh, I can make that an orange jumper. It comes in orange. And then do a red round plate with this guy on it. Cool. And then these guys, tiles. Hello.
Sorry, I'm so late.
I don't care that you're, I mean, I do care that you're late, but you don't have to, you don't answer to me.
Right, I answered someone higher than you.
I mean,
Agatha.
Agatha. We all answer to Agatha. Your food is in the microwave. I hope we got the right tacos.
It's fine.
They're all kind of mush.
Yeah.
And I feel like garbage.
You
Yeah, from the shot. I can't raise my left arm almost at all. And I'm just starting to get real achy. Dusty, no. But what I can, with the watermark, they're free, but you still have to download it. So let's look. If you look at it, the thing that I've seen is, let me see if I can find one. AliExpress soccer stadium. Mine may be on here. It may not even be AliExpress. I forget where I saw it, but it was my Q2 stadium. It may have been taken down. And the only way I'm able to fix that is no. If they're free, even if they're paid, somebody can buy it. Somebody can buy it. They get the parts list and they get the instructions. The instructions themselves have instructions, Century Rebrickable. What's a new one? This one? Nope. Let's do the Ornithopter. So the instructions have this on it. So they can't really sell it because if they download the instructions have my name all over it. That's the only thing. They can get the parts list. They can get the IO file from Rebrickable. They can download it. Actually, no. They can't get the IO file here. They can get the inventory, but they can't get the raw model file. So they'd have to use the instructions to be able to build it. So they could use the instructions here, build it themselves, then make their own instructions, then put it up there. But what happens is the couple that I've seen are just using my renders and my instructions. So it's not just this image. They're doing the whole. I'm slapping this all over the instructions. So it gets in the way sometimes, but whatever. And that's another reason I haven't been real current with uploading everything, is because I got to go through that process to get it all done. In most cases, I just somebody asked me on Rebrickable, I'll just send them a PDF. I'll be like, I don't care. But at least they're asking. I want there to be a 1x1 version of this. Nope, not that. I want there to be a 1x1 version of this. So I think I'm just going to do a tile here. Oh, I feel like we just heard this song. Or 1x1 ingots would be really fun, just like beveled, little 1x1 beveled things. I know we've got the pyramids, the 1x1 pyramids, but so we've got these pieces, wing end, wing, slope wing. There's these bigger ones, but they're just bigger long ways than these. And if I do two of those together, that looks dumb. So, got to figure out a different way to do wings back here. But first things first, we got to get a plate. And then another plate. Not giving him a full seat yet because I think he can sit at this height. I don't think it'll be much bigger than this. If I do it right, it won't be much bigger than this. See, we call it a fin, but there's no part that. Yeah, fingers. I get fingers a lot. And this is just, that's too big. It's like half, it's like the whole car. There wasn't a newer set that had smaller fins, were there? I'm to the point where now I'm just thinking, like they do TIE fighters, where you do this, and then you do this. And one of them is red, and the other one's black. Kind of thing. But then the whole bottom of it's black. There's also, and these are kind of at an angle. So I was going to say you could do panels like that, but they're more angled. Oh, and I didn't even really notice like the front scoops. This is very like what's the word I'm looking for? it's very it's sleek, but it's also like bulbous and rounded and scalloped almost. Let's see. I think this is a modified tile. Or maybe it's a modified plate. What are the differences in these guys? Well, which are the newer ones? The higher number indicates it's newer, right? So that would be the newer one. I feel like these are the more common ones, though. I'm gonna use that. And I'm gonna do bracket. And then a tile. Always good for trans tiles. Trans yellow tiles. And then I'm gonna do, I almost want to make these red so there's stripes. Don't know if they come in red. That doesn't look right though. And then tooth on the top. Because then I'm going to do well, I had an idea and now I've lost it. Let's just do a plate here. Did you sync the background lights or just does it do that? It sometimes, it should have. But it has to hear the music pretty well. It just can't hear the music. It's too subtle. Like if it's really loud, it'll pick it up. But no, I just have it on a general rotation fade. Oh, I didn't get both of them. Did I lose the other ones? And these are, $10 or whatever, so. All right. Kind of wanted to do brackets. This way. They get in the way of the tires, though. That sucks, because this would have been great to be able to do this. So we won't do that. I break stuff just by wondering. Nah, you're all right. Oh, that's actually a good piece. I could have been using this piece the whole time. It doesn't come in black. Doesn't matter. Wheel guard. Mud guard. So, I've lost the ability to talk, and I'm not feeling great, so I'm going to cut this short and go rest. But thank you all for hanging out tonight. I appreciate it. Sunday, I'll be back. We'll do the arcade machine, and we'll have a chill build stream on Sunday. So, you guys have a good rest of your week. Sorry I have to cut it short, but I will talk to you later. Take care.